Morning everyone. It's Easter Sunday. I've just been out for breakfast on the motorbike. Hence the still in the bike gear. I'm going out again this afternoon, so just come back to unpack this kiln. It's cool enough now, so I'm just going to have a look at some of the pots that are coming out. Okay. Just a quick look top to bottom. Looks like it's reduced throughout, and let's start unpacking it. Sometimes the wadding sticks to the bottom just a little bit. We just tap it with a stick, comes off. That's one of the moon jars with the iron on. That's run quite nicely there, you can see that. These speckled moon jars have come out nicely. I wedged some rust particles into the clay, and the reductions brought the speckles out, so they've come out quite nice. These are some more small moon jars, and this one's got a chino glaze on it. You can see where I've dipped it in the glaze, and then wood ash on top. It's melted and run. Got quite a nice run down it there. Sometimes you get an effect that you like, and it runs, and it's just run to the tip of that base there. There's no grinding needed doing. That's a nice pot. Seems to be alright up to now. Right, this is the competition piece. It's not cracked. It's come out quite nice there. Just iron oxide on the top, and then wood ash sieved on the bottom. And if I can get these pieces, I might actually leave those on. They're welded themselves to the pot. Another Töpferei there with some really nice running on it. So far so good. This is just a plain white moon jar. I like the form of this one, so I didn't want to put anything sort of decoration on it, so it's just a white moon jar. It's come out hot in one piece. Right, last one for the top shelf. This is a moon jar that's been fired on shells. See it there? Fired on shells that way, sieved with wood ash. All this will come off. Soak it in water. And we'll just knock these shells up. And the wood ash is run down. When you fire with shells, the shells crumble off, and then when you soak them in water, all this shell will just bubble up and come off. But what you get is you get localised salt glaze underneath, because obviously there's a lot of salt in these seashells. So you get the bit of salt effect, localized salt effect. There's some nice shapes of the shell there, so that's a nice pot, and there's a really nice little rivulet of ash run on the top of there because it was this way up. So all in all, that's a nice pot. Okay, that's the top shelf. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it now. I'm just going to get the rest of this out and then we'll have a look in a minute. Right, the black, chunky black clays come out really nice. It's proper black. That's got the spray of Shino on the outside, and it's got a thin Shino on the inside that's gone sort of a dark red plum colour. They've come out really nicely, those, so far. These are this is some clay that I mixed a lot of fire clay into. Knock this off. There you go. Knocked a lot of fire clay into, so it's given the Shino a dark red inside, and the outside's got white slip on, and then a dolomite glaze on the top. But the iron, you should see here, the iron from the fire clay is burnt out, and it's run quite nicely there. You can see it. So these are quite nice little, quite nice little tea balls. Another one here. What I do is I only glaze to the edge, and it gives it somewhere to run, and I put I cut back on the foot ring. I turn it in so there's a groove, so it will anything that does run will catch. It doesn't stick to the shelf. It's got a really nice bleed out there with a really big chunk of fire clay coming through it. So I'm really pleased with these. These will come out nice. Alright, these are the landscape ones. So they've got the red Shino inside, and it's got the cobalt and iron oxide on the bottom with the strong fire clay bleeding through. So same again, we'll just tap these off. So they've come out nice. That one's gone a bit oval, but it's a shame, but still a nice pot. There's another one. This one's got a lot of fire clay in it. It's a bit hit and miss when I wedge it in by hand and don't put it through the pug mill. It's hit and miss as to how much iron goes in each piece. So, but that's a beauty. Nice pot. Now these have got some sort of funky mugs. The red Shino inside, it's got white slip, bit of blue, cobalt blue underneath, and this has got the dolomite glaze on it, and it's a nice soft satiny. It's quite a lively mug, isn't it? And the other mug, I put it's an old leech recipe, which is basically transparent oatmeal, and that's gone on. So you can see the difference of same glaze but different stuff underneath. You can see the blue squiggly brushwork underneath it. It's got an oatmeal inside. That's quite a nice mug as well. Different types of mugs. There's always the possibility of mistakes. That's rolled off its wadding, and 2 pots for the price of 1. That's a shame, but hey ho. This is a really nice little Töpferei again. It's pooled nicely at the edge. This is over a black slip, so it's gone darker. but that's quite a nice little bottle. I put a photograph on Instagram of this before, so there'll be a before and after shot of this later. So, little face. Okay, that's it all unpacked. Quite a few nice successes. The mugs have come out nicely. These little landscape tea balls have come out quite nice. The little sake bottles come out nice. A bit lower down in the kiln, I didn't show you opening, you got a little bit more reduction, and you can see how the speckles have come out on that compared to the one slightly higher up. These are still quite nice with a nice fleck on it, but they've bled really well. So nice combination of effects there. The moon jar came out nice, as I've mentioned before. These ones with the white slip, they've come out really nice. The wood ash effect over the chino, that always comes out nice. You can see how the ash on there has melted and it's pulled it over for some reason. Weird. So that's the successes. The epic failures, I tried a new glaze which was feldspar and china clay, trying to get a nice crawling glaze, and it's all peeled off. So we've lost all of those. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a dozen. But you live and learn. So overall, 7 out of 10. Right, that's it. Firing finished. Gets these packed up now, ready for the first show of the year at Glyn Place down in Hampshire next weekend. Anyone who can make it down there, come and say hello and have a close look at some of these pots that have come out in the last few weeks. Okay, see you soon.